Hey, this is Maurice. Just wanted to upload my last Alliance War video. So I'm coming into this, I think we're halfway through season, I'm not sure. I'll put the opponent up probably in the corner or something, but my path is generally the first lane in section 1 and 2, so regen heavy. So that's why I initially brought Void, Omega, and Claire. So this first fight I go into again, Spider-Ham, and I did practice a little bit because I wanted to make sure I understood his animations. And this fight isn't necessarily too hard, I just wanted to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. So you'll see me go ahead and let him just hit into my block. You see, right, I just said I don't want to make any mistakes, and the first thing I do is take hit to the face. You can kind of see the longer it goes on, the more I get it under control. So I'm dealing with the masochism here, and my main thing is just to make sure, or I'm not like trying to parry him when the masochism triggers. So I let him hit into my block a lot, and there might be a little bit of reparrying to try to see if I can get it to trigger. I think for the most part, it's just a lot of me dodging the special one, me punishing the special one, and then me spamming his Void's SP1 to get those petrifies on him so that we can reverse that healing. So after a while, you'll kind of see me get those petrifies on, and then for the most part, which is the one thing I love about Void, is it's mostly just keep away. So yeah, as the fight goes on, I'm just kind of sitting here, just kind of going back and forth, just kind of playing that cat and mouse game with him. And because he has this ability to evade, I'm not trying to be too aggressive with my attacks. I'm really just kind of taking my opportunities as they come. And if you notice, if you look at my health, because of that debuff, I think it's a weakness debuff he had on me, I gained back most of the health that I took from that initial mistake, so that was a good fight for me. So then I think I moved on to that Sabertooth. And this is generally an easy fight. Anybody with a Void or a Chimp that can deal with regen is a great fight against Sabertooth, because once you get the petrifies up, the more aggressive you are, the quicker he dies, basically. I know that sounds pretty simple, but it's kind of the way it is. The only thing I had to worry about was the and I can't remember what the name of the node is, but I'll list it somewhere as I'm saying it. But you have to perform 2 heavies, you have to perform 5 lights and 4 mediums, and if you don't, you get a suppression charge on you. Well, if you don't reset it with a special attack, you get a suppression charge on you. And I deal with it pretty well here, but later on in my fights, it's going to kind of come back to bite me in the ass. So just know that here, it just went pretty easy. You know, I got my petrifies up, the debuffs are landing. So for the most part, I'm just kind of taking the fight slow. Nothing too big. I don't know if I make a mistake here, take a hit at any point in time, if it's just block damage. But he goes down pretty easy. So this fight finishes out, and then I move on to section 2. So going into section 2, we're looking at a fight with Nick Fury. So the thing about this fight was the static, I think it was the static charges, the electric shock, or the charges, whatever you get when they throw a special. My biggest thing here was just to get the spores on him and keep him on as long as possible, and try not to hit him too much. I know that after a certain amount of time, there's a chance that Nick Fury will go unblockable, and I really didn't want that to happen. So I did everything I could to keep spores on him and make sure that I was just trying to stay close to him. So this fight actually didn't go too bad. I think at one point I might have got a little bit over aggressive, overconfident, and I think it might be when he gets a second life. So yeah, I think at this point I'm just like, all right, so I need to get him down as soon as possible, because now he's stun immune, and the one thing I don't want is for him to throw any unblockable specials while he's stun immune. So I'm just kind of letting him hit into my block. I'm building up. If you notice, I'm just building up my I was building up my special because I wanted to try to do a lot of damage. I hope that by the time he gets down below like that, what is that, the 25%, I can use the special 2 or special 3 and just take him down. But luckily we got him down. It was that was a pretty cool. As you could see in the live stream, I was kind of feeling myself after that one. I was proud of that kill. So that was a good one for me. So next one, we go into a thing, and this is a pretty humbling fight for me. The thing is, like, I know how to fight thing. I don't have any necessarily issues fighting thing, but it's like usually it comes a fight with thing when you don't have a bleed immune, you don't have a champ that applies bleed. You're left up to how much the AI wants to work with you. You know what I mean? Like, if the AI is letting you hit into the block a lot, or it's letting you build up past those 15 charges while you hit in the block, then the fight goes the way you want it to go. But if he just randomly throws a special, or if he does something out of course, something that you don't want him to do, then the fight can kind of get out of hand really quick. And you'll see that at one point I get punched in the mouth, and I think I even say in the chat, like, I am not the type of player. I'm not the type of player in this game. Like, some players, they get like something bad happens and they focus and they drill in, and then some panic. I'm the one that panics, but I think I handle it pretty well. So I go into it with thing, and I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm getting his charges up. I get to 15, and then I bait it. And right now it's looking good. So I'm trying to, of course, it's kind of left at the RNG with Void, but I'm trying to get those 2 petrifies on, because at that point, like I said, it's more so just cat and mouse and keep away. So I go in to try to, and I should have been paying attention, because I knew that he was at 9. He was at 9 rock charges, and a 5-hit combo was gonna get him at 14. And all that is mad. So RIP to my adding skills. But either way, I get punched in the mouth. I come out of it, throw a panic special 2, and it just so happens to work out for me. So his aggressiveness was working in my favor, but generally I would like for him to be more passive. That way I can hit into his block, get the rock shields up, get to 15, and then bait that special 1. But at this point, you can kind of see he's down to 12% health. I have the fighter under control at this point, so it was a wrap. So then we move on to the next fight, and I feel like I look like I shit myself right there. That was when I got hit in the face. That kind of threw me off. So this next fight is Porg on I think it's his masochism as well. I choose to heal up Omega and go into the fight with him, and it's kind of like the same thing as that Nick Fury. I'm trying to stay close to him, trying to keep up the rock spores, and when I do, of course he's gonna have up his rock shield or whatever that is, but I'm trying to make sure that I only hit him with lights while it's up, so that I don't take any damage. Now the thing about that is every tentacle hit, which I think is a medium, is immune to that damage you take from the rock stacks or whatever. But I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember, so I just wanted to play it safe. So I just kind of went in and just went about it just as normal, 4 lights. And I think I finished that one with a medium. And I think you can see as the fight goes on that I get pretty comfortable throwing that medium, because I notice I'm not taking any damage from it. So I try to, for the most part, personally, I try to avoid, I try to dex his special 1, but sometimes you never know. Like, I think I can hit it like 80% of the time, but there's always that one off. And then considering that we're in war, I didn't want to chance it, so I just took the block damage, knowing that if I needed to, I could heal up. So I get him to a SP2. The fight's going pretty well right now. Like I said, I just need to stay close to him, keep the heavies on him, and make sure that I'm attacking into his, that I'm getting the rock shield off, so that I actually do damage when I throw a special. So yeah, it's at this point. Oh well, never mind. I was gonna say at this point it's kind of over, but no, I was caught face blocking, took one, it woke me up. So I'm going back in, throw that special 2 because I see that his rock shield came back up, and the easiest way for me to get back off was just to use all those hits from the special 2 to take it off. So yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point I have the fight under control. I can't remember. I know I didn't die. I can't remember if anything else went wrong after this, but I think I threw the special 2 and it was a wrap. So at this point, I think I've taken about 5 fights. Yeah, I've gone through 5 fights. This is fight number 6. So strike counter. That's what I was saying. That was what I was talking about in section 1. Attacker starts with you have to use 5 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies. Suppression charges. If you do that, but you don't throw a special, suppression charges are stacked on you, and at that point you can't throw another special. So that just makes it hard to get to a special. But the thing is, my strategy, what I thought I was going to do was I was going to go in with Claire, and I thought it was going to be easy for me to build up to power gain because he was immune to bleed. And the thing is, initially it goes pretty well, but then at one point I get him over 20. I have over 20 suppression debuffs on me, and that completely kills my power gain. And I didn't even think about it at the time, but someone in chat had let me know, just make sure I keep the suppression charges under 20, and that'll make sure I can keep my power gain up. Now I have to look at that in the future, the best way to do that. If you do this fight, if you take lanes 1 through 3 and you take this fight, let me know in the comments what you usually do, how you handle it. I'd like to hear that. But back to me trying not to die. So everything's kind of I'm kind of just coming up with ways to gain power. With Black Widow Clairvoyant, you can throw a heavy, and it'll put the debuff on them of whatever you're trying to do. And the good thing about that is that sometimes it's a good way for her to power gain. But the problem is, as you can see at one point, it's just not happening for me. I'm not gaining any power, and there's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fight. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, God, I'm not gaining any power. And it looks like at times he's just like regaining all the health. And I think at one point I'm realizing that I feel like he's gaining health faster than I can take it off. And considering how long this fight is, I feel like I can take a second to say this. Black Widow Clairvoyant is one of the best Mystic champs in the game, primarily because of her utility. Because the thing is, halfway through this fight, when I realize that I'm not doing enough damage, I decide, okay, I need to figure out a way to do more damage. So I go out of her Blood Curse, and I go into whatever the incinerate curse is. I go into that because I know it does more damage, and because of that, I was able to get him down. So out of all her ability to either regen, to either power drain, or to either add on damage to her existing damage is one of the things that makes her a must-have champ in the game. And it's like granted, yeah, all the mystics are very stacked class, but having the utility of Black Widow Clairvoyant, whether it's in questing or it's an alliance quest or it's an alliance war or whatever the case may be, she's a great champ to have. So as you can see, like, I figured it out finally. I took it, I finished the fight, and that was my war. So yeah, thanks for watching.